We continue to follow breaking news out of Henderson County. Our crews have arrived to a fire at Griffin's store on Chimney Rock Road in Edneyville.
News 13's Hope Hanselman arrived on scene just moments ago and is there live. Hope, what have you found?
Huge effort underway here on Chimney Rock Road to get this fire under control. Good news is that it is right now. We're giving you a live look right now. You're looking at Griffin's Cafe and Grocery Store. There's one other store included in this building here and one apartment complex. It is under control, as we told you. There's several different fire departments on scene here, about 60 first responders in all. They told me at 2:30 the call came in. It appears this fire started in the kitchen area and spread through the attic, consuming the entire building by the time they arrived. As you can see here, Chimney Rock Road is blocked off, and it will be until about 7 o'clock till they can get this all cleaned up. You can still see a few embers burning underneath that roof there. But the good news is no one was hurt. There was one woman living inside the apartment at the time. Her smoke alarm worked as it should. She heard the noise, got out, called 911, and she is not suffering any injuries at the moment. Good news. Interesting fact here, this building has actually caught fire twice before, all in the same area of the kitchen, so it appears no suspicious activity is suspected. I'm reporting live to you from Edneyville. Hope Hanselman, News 13.
Now back to our breaking news. A fire at Griffin's Grocery and Cafe in Edneyville.
The fire started around 2:30 this morning. News 13's Hope Hanselman is there live. Hope, what's the latest?
Jay, from the last time we joined you about half an hour ago, crews here have made considerable improvement in getting this fire under control. We're actually watching some of those firefighters walk inside the building. Now, folks in this area probably know this building as Griffin's Grocery Store. There's also Griffin's Cafe here. There's one other storefront and an apartment attached to this building. I'll give you a look right now. You can see some improvement done here, but if you look down this brick wall, Fire Chief from Edneyville Fire Department was explaining to me that the wall is starting to waver a little bit. They're worried about some structural damage. They're talking to me about how the roof is beginning to collapse in, and they're worried next this brick wall may come down, so they are taking caution with their first responders on scene here. We told you this fire broke out at about 2:30 this morning. It appears to have started in the kitchen area, and interestingly enough, this same building has caught fire twice before, all starting in the same area. The good news of all of this is that the woman who was living inside the apartment in this building got out okay. Her smoke alarm worked as it should, and she's not suffering any injuries. We're going to work to bring you the latest on this fire as those details come in. I'm reporting to you live from Edneyville. Hope Hanselman at News 13.
An early morning fire destroys one Edneyville building and several businesses inside. Griffin's Grocery and Cafe on Chimney Rock Road is now a total loss.
News 13's Hope Hanselman is now live at the scene. Hope, this is not the first time crews have responded to this same place, right?
Yeah, that is right, Jay. Unfortunately, this is actually the third time Griffin's Grocery and Cafe has caught fire. In the past, Edneyville fire crews have always been able to get that fire under control before much damage was done. Unfortunately, today, that was not the case. Take a look at the current state of affairs out there right now. In the past, all three fires have actually started in the same place, all in the kitchen area of Griffin's Cafe here. Now, right now, you're looking at that warped metal roof over those brick walls. Fire crews are telling me that made things very difficult for them. It trapped the heat inside the building, and quickly it spread throughout this whole building, which, as we told you before, did include one other business and an apartment. Luckily, the woman living inside that apartment is doing okay. If I can direct your attention up to these power lines up here, that was also a concern for fire crews when they got here. Duke Energy is on scene. They had to shut off the power to those lines for concern that the fire would indeed spread over there as well. Now, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to tell you more about what is going on here at the scene. But for now, if your plans this morning do include traveling on Chimney Rock Road past this building, the road will be closed until about 7 o'clock. They're hoping to have it open by then. Not much time to get several fire crews, emergency responders out of the way. I'm reporting to you live from Edneyville. Hope Hanselman at News 13.
And now back to the breaking news in Edneyville. Crews have been battling the fire at Griffin's Grocery and Cafe for hours now.
News 13's Hope Hanselman joins us live from the scene. Hope, what's the progress?
Hey Lauren, I want to give you an update about what's happening out here because just in the last few minutes, crews have really made some progress and started to clean up. We're actually seeing some of the engines move away. We have to commend them for such a hard work that they did this morning. The call came in at about 2:30 when the building behind me caught fire. You can see how large this building is. They're telling me that the fire started in the kitchen area of Griffin's Cafe. It quickly spread all the way down the building, and that's what made things really difficult when crews came out here this morning. Edney Fire Chief Griffin told me that they needed the help of several other fire departments. That's why we see so many out here this morning. Luckily, the flames are all under control. You will see some smoldering on this building for the rest of the day if you're going to be driving by here on Chimney Rock Road. We're also seeing some of those fire engines leave the area right now. They're trying to open this road back up to the public, so if your plans include this morning traveling along here, they hope to have it open within the next 15 minutes. Still, as you can see, quite a few first responders to clear from the area. They also say that if you're going to be coming by here, you will notice some trucks out here continuing to monitor that smoldering of the embers here at the building. The good news is no one was hurt inside. One woman was living in an apartment attached to this building, but her smoke alarm worked as it should. It is certainly a success story. She's not suffering any injuries today. I'm reporting to you live from Edneyville. Hope Hanselman at News 13.
6:55 right now. We're continuing to follow breaking news this morning in Edneyville. Crews have been on the scene of a fire at Griffin's Grocery for several hours. The fire broke out around 2:30 this morning.
News 13's Hope Hanselman has been live out there all morning covering the blaze. We did learn that the flames have been extinguished at this time, but crews will remain on site to watch the embers.
And interestingly enough, this is the third time in recent years that fire has broken out there. This one clearly the worst. People are commenting this morning about that fire.
The metal roof hurt us a little bit because it held so much heat in and didn't allow it to vent through the top, and it had run the entire length of the building.
It has indeed been a very difficult morning for firefighters. Fortunately, though, it is not freezing out there in terms of weather conditions. The fire hoses have worked well. Many fire departments have worked together to extinguish the blazes there. In addition to all that, some fire crews are actually leaving the scene right now.
And no one was injured. Thankfully, no one was injured.
There was actually a woman living in an apartment
Right.
in that very area, and thankfully she got out okay. No injuries, a lot of damage, but obviously it could be a whole lot worse.